This is Shane with the Blue Water Battle Circuit, and I'm here to give the people in the league, I guess, video version of the new rules for Season 2. Not too much has changed. I mean, there are some small rules, but overall it's not drastically different from last season. There are currently 7 teams that are coming back, and then we have 1 newcomer. So right now we have 8 people. There could be more, but that's just what we have right now. The Marysville Kindreds are returning, the Abilene Absols, the Port Huron Pidgeots, the Golden State Wobbuffets, the Detroit Carvanas, the Seattle Squirts, and then the Orlando Magic Mikes will be the returning teams. And then Brad doesn't have a team name yet, but when I talked to him, he said he wanted to join, so... there also could be more people, but that's just what we have right now. There will be, like I said, there'll be everybody gets 1 franchise pick. The draft will be in a normal order, so the Seattle Squirts will get the first round every round. We'll get the first pick every round, and then I'll get the last pick every round since I'm the champion. There might be some small changes, just depends on how many new people we get. I don't know where I'll throw the new people at. That's just like the only thing we really don't have figured out right now. And one new rule we have is you can drop your Mega for a Uber. So instead of, let's say, having something like Alakazam, I could pick up Rayquaza. To kind of balance this out, if you pick an Uber, you cannot have an item. Just because for something like a Mega, what kind of balances them out is you need a Mega Stone to activate the Mega Evolution. And if you compare something like Mega Alakazam to like Rayquaza, their stats aren't like drastically different. Rayquaza does have like 70 more base stats, but Alakazam is kind of a weird example to pick now that I like look back on it. But that's how we're going to be balancing that out. Unless you choose Arceus, you will be able to pick a plate, but you have to draft that version of Arceus. So if you pick Arceus, you don't get all 18 types. You have to draft that one type, but you do get your plate. You have to use the plate. You can't use the Z Crystal. I don't know if people know this, but you can pick something like Earthium Z. And that actually, sorry, that's Evium. What is the Earth one called? Oh no, it's Groundium Z, isn't it? So if you actually put a Z Crystal on, that actually changes Arceus' type. So he can use something like Groundium Z, but that will not be allowed if you choose to pick an Uber. Another thing is if you pick something like Genesect, you can pick a drive, but you have to know that drive of right hand. So if I wanted, let's say, the burn drive, I would have to have that. Or I would have no item at all. And then things like Giratina, you have to choose a form. What else do I got on the list? Oh, right now the only things that are going to be banned are the Uber Megas. So it's kind of like counterintuitive of, hey, I'm going to get rid of my Mega, and then I'm going to get for an Uber, and then I pick an Uber Mega. So right now the only things that are going to be banned are like things like Mega Kangaskhan, Gengar, Salamence, Mega Lucario, Mega Mawile, the Primals, and then Mega Rayquaza, Mega Mewtwo X and Y, and the Mega Latios. The reason the Mega Latios are banned once again is just for diversity, because at the moment we only have 8 members. So if, let's say, I pick like Latios, someone else picks Latias, and then someone else gets the Megas, there's 8 teams. That means half the teams have a Lati on them. So that's the only reason that those are banned. For the draft, I should have said this earlier. Everyone does get 1 franchise pick, but if you're a newcomer, you'll get 2 picks in the first round. So that will kind of count as your franchise pick. So let's just say I'm new. I can draft let's just pick Savannah, and then I'll pick Rayquaza as my Uber. So that'll just be the first round, and after that you get one pick every round after that. It will be. Oh, I forgot to mention this. It will be a free draft, so you'll get 12 Pokemon. There'll be no tiers, other than your 1 Mega and your 1 Uber / Uber. That is everything. This was an idea I had an hour ago. I haven't discussed this with anybody, so it could be a thing. It could not be a thing. I know a lot of leagues are having it where they limit only one Pokemon can have a Z Crystal, and my idea behind that was I don't think that's a bad idea, just because it narrows it down to like this. This is the Pokemon that's have a Z Crystal, or it may not. But I feel like if you go online, the beauty about the Z Crystals is they're really unpredictable. So I was gonna have it where you can put a Z Crystal on anything other than your Uber. But looking back on it, that might be like a little too random. So I was thinking of maybe you can draft a crystal. So let's just say I wanted the flying crystal. So that would be my let's just pick the fighting one since it's here. So let's just say I draft the fighting crystal. I can put that on anything, but I can only use the fighting crystal. So that's just an example. I don't know if we'll go through with that or not. Pokemon Pacific crystals are going to be banned. So something like Mew EMZ, that's going to be banned. The Decidueye Z, that's going to be banned. So just specific ones. And then ones that boost all your stats by 1 or more will be banned, except Evium. If you want to be that guy and draft Eevee just for EVMZ, go right for it. So other than that, everything will be every Pokemon Pacific Z Crystal will be banned. So that is everything on my list. So hopefully the people that are coming back have a good season, and I will see you guys on the next update, whenever that will be.